Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we're going to have the continuation on how to solve number problems. So I have here examples. We have example number 1 and example number 2 for this video. So for example number 1, let me read the problem. So we have find the two consecutive positive even integers of which one half of the product of the first and the second is equal to 60. So notice here that the problem is looking for the two consecutive positive even integers. So right from the given statement, we can formulate a variable that will represent integer. So we can have any variable to represent integer here. But in this video, let us use x to represent the first even integer or the first positive even integer. So the first positive even integer will be represented by x. Now, we know that every integer or every positive even integer can be obtained by just simply adding 2 to the first positive even integer. So meaning to say, since we let x as the first positive even integer here, we are just going to add 2 to the first positive even integer represented by x, and that will become x plus 2. So that will be now our second positive even integer. Since we already formulated two consecutive positive even integers, an expression here, or the expressions here that will represent the two consecutive positive even integers, we can now formulate an expression that will somehow satisfy the statement given from the problem or given in the problem. So we have to read it again. Find the two consecutive positive even integers, so that is represented by x and x plus 2 respectively, of which one half of the product of the first, so our first is x and the second is x plus 2, is equal to 60. Meaning to say, we are going to multiply this one, and then we have one half of the product of x and x plus 2. So meaning to say, we have the expression here now, or the equation 1 half times, or 1 half of the product x times x plus 2, the first and the second, 1 half of the product of the first and the second is equal to 60. Now we have here the expression or the equation, which is this one. This is being formulated based on the statement provided from the problem. So our purpose here is to find the value, or to find the two consecutive positive even integers. So we have to find the value of x here to find the first even integer. So we have to simplify this one further. Notice that we have x, or the product of x times x plus 2 will be x squared, then plus 2x is equals to 60. Where did we get the expression x squared plus 2x? Just simply multiply x times x, that is x squared, x times 2, that is 2x. Now we have to simplify this one further. So we have 1 half times x squared plus 2x, that will be x squared plus 2x over 2 is equals to 60. Notice that in all whole number, that is automatically over 1. So to simplify this one further, we have to cross multiply the left side and right side. So we have x squared plus 2x times 1, that will be x squared plus 2x. And for the remaining, we have 2 times 60, that is 120. Where did we get this one? By just simply following the process of cross multiplication, or cross multiplying the left side and the right side. Now, Notice that if we are going to transfer positive 120 to the other side, we can form a quadratic equation. So we have here x squared plus 2x. Transferring positive 120 to the other side, it will become negative 120, then equate to 0. So this is now a quadratic equation. So every quadratic equation can be factored, or I mean, if there is a quadratic equation, there is a possibility that there are factors. So we can factor this quadratic equation defined by x squared plus 2x minus 120 is equals to 0. So the factor of this will be x plus 12 and x minus 10 is equals to 0. So where did we get the quantity of x plus 12 times the quantity of x minus 10 is equals to 0? Or the factors of x squared plus 2x minus 120 is equals to 0 is we just simply follow how the procedure on how to factor quadratic equation. So now these are the factors. We have this one and this one. So afterwards, you have to equate every factors to 0 to find the value of x. So x plus 12 equate to 0, and we also have x minus 10 equate to 0. Then simplify further, find the value of x. So x will become 10, and here x is equals to negative 12. So the value of our x after we solve for x is we have negative 12 and 10. But notice that the problem is only looking for the two consecutive positive even integers. Remember the word positive even integers. As we can observe here in our given values of x, they are all even numbers, but they are not all positive even numbers. But since the problem is looking for the positive even numbers or even positive even integers, then we have to disregard the value of x, which is equals to negative 12, because the problem is looking for the two consecutive positive even integers. So the one that will qualify for the value of x will be x is equals to 10. So this one. But since the problem is looking for two consecutive positive even integers, so we have to find the other positive even integer. So just simply use the expression that we let earlier, which is x plus 2, to find the second positive even integer. So we have if x is equals to 10, so using the expression x plus 2, you will get 10 plus 2, that is 12. So this is now, therefore, 10 and 12 are the two consecutive positive integers, even integers. So notice that 10 and 12 are both integers, even integers, and so also with positive. They are both positive integers. So to check if they are really the value, so just go back to the statement of the problem, or yes, the statement provided in the problem. We have find the two consecutive positive integers of which one half of the product of the first and the second is equal to 260. So if you are going to multiply 10 by 12, that is 120, then divide by 2, that is equals to 60. So meaning to say we are correct that 12 and 10 are the two consecutive positive even integers that the problem is asking for. So that's all. Then let us proceed to the second example and the last example for this video. We have here, let me read the second example. Find the fraction such that if 2 is subtracted from its terms, it becomes 1/4. But if 4 is added to its terms, it becomes 1/2. So meaning to say we are dealing with fractions, or we are dealing with fraction. The problem is talking about fraction. And if you are going to analyze the problem, it is mentioning about the terms in the fraction. And notice that every fraction has denominator and numerator. So that term refers to the numerator and denominator of a certain fraction. So what we are going to do here now is to let a variable or two variables that will represent the numerator and denominator that represents also for the terms being emphasized from the problem. So we have let x and y be the terms of a fraction, of the fraction, or of the fraction, or of a fraction. So since the problem is looking for the fraction, so let x and y be the terms of the fraction. Now, if we're going to write this one in a fractional form, we can have x as our numerator, y as our denominator. So this is now the fraction. So since we already formulated a variables or the variables that will somehow represent and the fraction, so we can formulate now an expression based on the given statement given in the problem. So we have to read it again. Find the fraction such that if 2 is subtracted from its terms, we already know that x and y are the terms of the fraction. So again, if 2 is subtracted from its terms, meaning to say we can have x minus 2, y minus 2, then it becomes 1/4. So if 2 is subtracted to its terms, it will become 1/4, or that will equal to 1/4. That is the first equation that we can get out from the statement. Now we have here an additional statement or a supporting statement. But if 4 is added to its terms, it becomes 1/2. So doing so, as what we did in the previous expression, we can add 4 to the terms of the fraction, and the result will be equal to, y, 1/2. So this is the second expression or equation that we can form out from the statement given in the problem. So what we're going to do now is to simplify this one further. So we have to simplify this one, we have to cross multiply the left side and the right side, or the term from the left side and the right side. So x minus 2 times 4, and we have y minus 1 is equal to y minus 2 times 1. Then the other equation, we have x plus 4 times 2 is equals to y plus 4 times 1. So simplifying further, x minus 2 times 4, that is 4x. 4 times negative 2, that is negative 8, is equals to y minus 2 times 1, that is still y minus 2. The other equation, we have x plus 4 times 2, that is 2x, plus 8, that is 2 times 4. Then y plus 4 times 1, that is still y plus 4. So simplifying further, combining like terms, we will get 4x minus y is equals to negative 2 plus 8. And on the other side, we have 2x minus y is equals to 4 minus 8. Okay, so here, if we transfer positive y to the other side, it will become negative y. And negative 8 transfer to the other side, it will become positive 8. And the same thing, or the same procedure that we did in the second equation. So we have to simplify this one further. So we have 4x minus y is equals to negative 2 plus 8, that is 6. Then we have here on the second equation, we have 4 minus 8, that is negative 4. Now notice that we form, after we simplify the expression or the equation, we form a linear or two linear equations. So applying the concept of solving systems of linear equation, we can perform elimination method in this case, since we have two equation or linear equation here. So what we are going to do is to subtract the two equation to eliminate the variable y. So we have 4x minus y is equals to 6 minus or subtracted with 2x minus y is equals to negative 4. So notice in subtracting expression, so the sign of the subtrahend will be changed. So positive will become negative, and you are going to proceed to addition. So we have negative becomes positive and negative becomes positive. So you are just going to add after changing the sign of the subtrahend. So 4x plus negative 2x, that is 2x. Then negative y plus positive y, that is cancelled out, is equals to 6 plus 4, that is 10. So simplifying further to find the value of x, you will get x is equals to 10 divided by 2, x is equals to 5. So the value of our x is equals to 5. And notice that we let x as one of the term of the fraction that the problem is looking for. And x in the fraction that we let is representing the numerator, meaning to say we are done with the numerator, but still the fraction is being is required in the problem. So we have to find the value of y, or the denominator. So we have to use any of this equation so to find the value of y. So let us use equation number 2, so this one. So 2x minus y is equals to negative 4. If x is equals to 5, so we can have 2 times 5 minus y is equals to negative 4. 2 times 5, that is 10, minus y is equals to negative 4. Then, let me transfer that one. 10 minus y is equals to negative 4. So, negative y is equals to negative 4 minus 10. Because if we're going to transfer positive, if we're going to transfer positive 10 to the other side, it will become negative 10. So, negative y is equals to negative 4 minus 10. It is equal to negative 14. Then to make the left side as y only, so you have to divide both sides by negative 1. So the result will be y is equals to positive 14. So meaning the value of our y is equals to or equal to 14. So indeed, the value of the fraction or the fraction that is being asked from the problem is we have, since x is equals to 5, y is equals to 14, meaning to say the fraction being asked from the problem is we have 5 over, since we have x over y, so the fraction is 5 over 14. So this is now the fraction being asked from the problem. So that's all for this video. I hope you learned something from the explanation I provided based on my capacity to explain the concept on how to solve number problems. And thank you for watching. God bless everyone.